Have you heard of ADHD before? ADHD. It's mostly in children, and some adults also have it. The full meaning of ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yes, you heard me right. I'm repeating. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Mostly it's about the brain. It's a mental health issue. If the brain does not develop well, you tend to have ADHD. And as I said, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So you can't stay still, you can't sit still, you can't pay attention for a long period of time. You are hyperactive. Your energy level is very high. And this happens in school, at home, wherever you find yourself, you are there. But I want to talk mainly about children who have ADHD. You see, most people complain that their children are stubborn, their children can't stay still, their children are too troublesome, and the rest. Sometimes the child is having a problem. Sometimes the child is having a mental health issue that needs a psychologist assistant. So if your child is doing these things, it doesn't mean that your child is stubborn. It doesn't mean that your child just want to misbehave, your child want to test you, your child is not disciplined. It's just that they have issues. Their brain development is not fully developed. Their brain is not fully developed, so they are acting out. First one, they can't pay attention for a long period of time. So if your child, the teacher is complaining that your child doesn't pay attention in class, they are always engaged in other things. The teacher is talking and the child is pinching another child. The teacher is has given them a work to do, and your child is fine walking around, moving from other people table to table, looking at their work, engaging them, talking and all that. They can't pay attention. They need to do something else. When they come home to the same thing, they can't sit quiet. Even when you give them food, they will do certain things in between eating, stand up, go to the fridge, get water, wipe their mouth, talk. It means you should consider it. Then we also talk about, because they can't sit still, they always want to engage in activities. They like jumping around, they like energetic activities, going up, down, running over, and all that. Because they can't stay still, they need to do other things. They need to always move around. And they also they talk a lot. So when you ask a question, they'll not wait for you to even end. They raise their hands and give the answer. And sometimes most answers are wrong because they don't wait to process the information. They just raise up their hand and just give the wrong answer, and they don't care. Next time they'll do the same thing. This is an indication that your child might be suffering from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And you realize that when you take them out, they run all around. You take them to the mall, you take them to the church, they'll be running all over. They are all over. You tell them to stop. They'll sit for a short period of time. They go out running again. You give them the phone or the tablet. They'll look on the tablet. They'll like the action-packed things. And when it's down, they have nothing else that is engaging them. They just put it aside. They start jumping. You see, if you witness these things that I've talked about, it's about 6, 7 indications that your child is having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. But you must make sure that you take all, you can't just say your child is having ADHD unless they tick all the boxes, at least 5 of the boxes that they are doing these things. Then if it happens in school, it happens at home, and when they go outside, you observe that the same thing is happening, then you need to see a psychologist. You need to take your child to see a psychologist. We help them so that they can rectify that. And one thing you can do as a parent, if you can't see a psychologist, and I'm a psychologist, so you can bring your child to me, we are going to help the child out. You see, One thing you can do as a parent to help such a child is to give them a lot of activities to do. Yes, they are hyperactive. Their energy level is more than the normal child. So they need extra activities to do. So let the teachers also know that if they give them work, they should give them works that involve much of activity. When it's break time, they should allow them to run. A child that is having this disorder, when they go to school, when they go out to run, allow them to run. Allow them to jump. Allow them to do all the activities that they want to do. Even you, your parent or the teacher, engage them. When their battery is low, they will sit down and they will listen. And if we're a teacher, if we're parents and you want to teach such a child, know that because they have attention deficits, you can't give them 30 minutes straightforward lesson. You need to break them into series for them. So you break them, you add a song, you break them, you add a puzzle for them to fix, you break them, you give them an action song, you do something with them, go out with them. That will help. If you have a child who is having this disorder, it's better that from time to time we take them out. Open door where they can have fresh air, they can run around, you are with them, engaging them. You see, we used to have it formally, but now because of our eating habits, because of technology, because of things that are going on, a lot of children are having this disorder. So if we're parents, you should be mindful of it. Don't shush your child. These children can talk. When you allow them, they will talk throughout the day. It's unless they are sleeping that they are not talking. They wake up first thing in the morning, you see them talking, and they can't organize the things. Their rooms are always messy. Their bag is messy. They can't organize their book. They can't fold their clothes, even their socks. You realize that their socks, if you don't take it, they'll just mix up the socks. They are lace, they can't lace their shoe. One is always long, one is short. They can't do most of the practical things. So you need to assist them. When they are holding water, they will spill it. When they are eating, some will be falling on the ground because they can't pay attention. So if you also want to give them information, colorful information, because their mind is very active. Give them a colorful information, something that they can imagine. They understand that more than you just giving them the word. Give them a colorful story for them to understand and solve the problem. And they cry because they can't understand why others are doing this, they can't do it. So you need to constantly assure them that they will do well. But one interesting thing about children with hyperactivity disorder is they are very smart children. They are smart. So if you take care of them, they are going to be the next Albert Einstein for you. They are very smart. They just need time. They have a colorful mind. They have a very active mind. They are very smart. So if you take care of them, you get time to pace them and to give them a lot of activities to do. That is physical activities to do. And be patient with them, motivate them, and be there for them. You realize that that child is going to even outperform the normal children that they have. That is one trick for them. They are very smart. Up there, they are very smart because what they are thinking about, the normal kid can't think about. So if a parent and you have a child with that, don't be discouraged. See a psychologist. We are going to help you. And this is what I do. I'm Counselor Perfect. Do like and follow me. Do you have a child who fall within the symptoms that I talk about? Why don't you link up? Leave a comment, link up, and let's talk about it. I'm here for you. I'm a mental health psychologist and a relationship family health psychologist. So do link up, let's talk, and come for counseling session. Bye-bye.